On the 14th of November 2004, the USS Princeton, a Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser, had been tracking anomalous objects on its FLIR1 radar system for 2 weeks. The objects appeared at 80,000 feet, descended to sea level in a matter of seconds, and hovered before accelerating away at speeds the radar operators had never seen. The Princeton's crew called them anomalous aerial vehicles. They had no idea what they were, neither does anyone else. This is the Nimitz encounter. It is the most censored documented UFO case in modern history. And tonight I want you to tell me, when the Pentagon confirms the footage, the pilots testify under oath, and the radar data matches. What's left to deny? Comment below. Commander David Fravor was a 20-year Navy veteran and commanding officer of Strike Fighter Squadron 41, the Black Aces. On the afternoon of November the 14th, he and Lieutenant Commander Alex Dietrich were flying F/A-18 F Super Hornets on a routine training exercise approximately 100 miles southwest of San Diego. They were redirected by the Princeton to investigate one of the anomalous contacts. They were given real-world coordinates. This was not a drill. When Fravor arrived at the location, he observed a disturbance on the ocean surface. The water was churning as though something large was just below. Then he saw it, a white, featureless object approximately 40 feet long, shaped like a Tic Tac mint. No wings, no tail, no visible propulsion, no exhaust. It was moving erratically above the water, darting in multiple directions with instantaneous acceleration. Fravor descended to investigate. As he spiraled toward the object, it appeared to respond. It rose to meet him, mirroring his descent with an ascent. Then, in a moment, he is described repeatedly under oath and in public testimony. The object accelerated away and disappeared. Not gradually, instantaneously. One moment it was there, the next it was gone. The Princeton's radar then detected the object at the Combat Air Patrol point, the coordinates where Fravor's squadron was scheduled to rendezvous 60 miles away. It had arrived there in less than a minute. Fravor has stated that this implies the object either knew their operational plan or could detect their communications. Neither explanation is comfortable. A second aircraft launched shortly afterward. The crew included Lieutenant Chad Underwood, who operated the jet's advanced targeting forward-looking infrared system, the FLIR pod. Underwood acquired the object on infrared. The resulting footage, later designated FLIR1 and released by the Department of Defense in 2017, shows a dark, oblong object with no visible flight surfaces. The infrared signature shows no thermal exhaust, no heat plume of the kind that every known aircraft, missile or drone produces. Underwood has described the object's behaviour as beyond anything he had encountered in his career. It showed no conventional aerodynamic characteristics. It appeared to rotate while maintaining its trajectory, which is inconsistent with any known aircraft design. The Princeton's radar operators tracked the objects over a period of approximately 2 weeks before the Fravor encounter. Senior Chief Kevin Day, the lead radar operator, has testified that the objects appeared daily. They would descend from high altitude, hover at various positions, and depart at speeds the system could barely track. Day has estimated some of the objects moved at speeds exceeding 24,000 miles per hour. For context, the fastest known military aircraft, the SR-71 Blackbird, has a maximum speed of approximately 2,200 miles per hour. Day has also stated that after reporting the contacts, he was told to reset his radar systems, effectively erasing the data. He has described pressure from senior personnel to treat the contacts as system errors rather than genuine tracks. He refused. Fravor, Dietrich, Underwood and Day have all spoken publicly. Fravor and Underwood have testified before Congress. Their accounts are consistent with each other and with the sensor data. No credible challenge to their testimony has been presented. The official response followed a familiar pattern. When the FLIR1 video first circulated in 2007 through a UFO research group, the Pentagon refused to comment. When the New York Times published the story in December 2017 alongside the revelation of the AATIP program, the Pentagon acknowledged the video was authentic but declined to identify the object. In April 2020, the Department of Defense officially released FLIR1 along with 2 other Navy videos, Gimbal and Go Fast, confirming they depicted unidentified aerial phenomena. At no point has the Pentagon offered an identification of the Tic Tac, No weather balloon, no experimental drone, no foreign adversary technology. The object remains officially unidentified. The physics involved are staggering. The object demonstrated instantaneous acceleration, moving from a hover to extraordinary speed with no observable transition. It showed no inertia effect, which means it either has no mass, has a mechanism for cancelling inertia, or operates on principles that current physics does not describe. It produced no sonic boom despite moving at hypersonic speeds in atmosphere. It operated without visible propulsion in a medium, air, where every known vehicle requires thrust. The Nimitz encounter is not a campfire story. It is a military event involving multiple sensor platforms, multiple trained observers, and official video footage that the United States government has confirmed is authentic. The witnesses are career military officers with spotless records and nothing to gain from fabrication. Commander Fravor has said publicly that the technology he observed was not 10 years ahead of the United States, not 100 years ahead. It was, in his words, something that we don't have and that we can't defend against. He is not a conspiracy theorist. He is a combat-decorated Navy commander who saw something that defied everything he knew about flight, physics, and technology. And the government has confirmed his footage is real. So where does that leave us? A craft with no wings, no engines, no exhaust, moving at speeds that would kill any human pilot, tracked by radar, observed by 4 military personnel, filmed on infrared, and confirmed by the Pentagon. The question is not whether it happened. The Pentagon says it did. The question is what it was. And no one, not the Navy, not the Air Force, not Congress, has been willing to answer that. Nah, if you have a theory, I want to hear it. Comment below. I read everyone. Subscribe now and follow the evidence.